How you doing? This is Coach DeCarlo. Today we're going to talk about the law of love. Now, I know a lot of times when people hear the law of love, they're thinking of, the ooey gooey stuff, God is love and so forth. But no, I want to talk about the law of vibrational equivalent. Again, this is the law of vibrational equivalent. Many times people wonder why they're not manifesting their desires and they wonder what is it that they're doing wrong. Often you're not doing anything wrong, you're just not in the vibration of the thing that you desire. For example, many years ago, I had a mindset that said, if I had a newer car or a particular type of car, that it would cost me so much more. I would have to spend more on maintenance and so forth. So the only thing that I could manifest at that time was, a lower grade car because that was my belief system. I had a belief system about money. I thought that, making a certain amount of money was way above me. And a lot of that was preconditioned, as a child and so forth. And so I took those ideologies into my adulthood. And a lot of times, as Mr. Linder will often say, we're still being raised by our parents. And what he means by that, he says he knows people 90 years old and they're still being raised by their parents. They're being raised by their parents' ideals. And so a lot of things that we believe wasn't because we set out to say, why do I believe this? We believe it because that was what was told to us. Even how we discipline, how we our eating habits, our lifestyle. A lot of these things were told to us. Excuse me. And so, of course, we don't do anything different because we say, well, that's just who I am. But when you begin to understand the law of vibrational equivalent, you can actually begin to transform your life and you can begin to attract, a certain quality of mate. You can attract more money. You can attract better health. But first and foremost, you must understand how vibration works. And often I'll say, your energy system's having a human experience, or your spiritual beings having a human experience. As you understand that and you understand that you're vibrating, then you are more mindful of what it is that you're attracting into your life. Say, for example, you keep attracting the same type of relationship. See, the people that you're attracting, they don't know, your previous attraction and the previous person until you explain or talk to them. So there must be something in us that keeps attracting that like relationship, that same kind of relationship. We're always creating after its kind. Thought can only create after its kind. So the question is, what kind of thought vibration, what is my law of vibrational equivalency? What is it that I'm focusing on giving out? What energy am I constantly giving out? And some would say, well, Coach, I don't know. Well, the easy way to know or to discover what type of energy that you're putting out there is look at your life. If you're not happy with your circumstances currently, or if you're dealing with financial burdens, whatever it is that you're going through at the moment, if it's health issues, if it's money issues, if it's relationship issues, and it continues to be relationship issues, then I have to ask the question, what am I vibrating in my relationships? If I'm continuously cutting people off and, my relationships with people are continuously short lived, then I have to look at what is it that I'm doing. And many people don't want to look at their thoughts. They don't want to look at, I'm creating this. So, of course, because of that, they keep recreating the same type of lifestyle. But you become empowered when you begin to understand, I created this. When you begin to understand that I'm the originator, Neville would often say the operant in power. This puts you in a very powerful place when you understand that I am the creator of my life. And because of my thoughts, words, and actions, my states, my feelings, my emotions, my attitudes, these are the factors that determine what it is that I draw into my life. You become very empowered when you understand that you've created this. But as long as it's somebody on the outside, as long as you can point the finger and say, he's the cause, she's the cause, you give your power away. The way that we become empowered is by taking responsibility for our own thinking. And I'm not saying take the responsibility for everybody else's thinking, just your own thinking. This is what Mr. Lindo and I talk about each week. You being mindful of what it is that you're giving your attention to, purposely directing your thoughts. As you purposely begin to direct your thoughts, what you're going to find is that you're more in control of your life and you're manifesting more of what it is that you desire to manifest in your life. But like I said, as long as you're giving your power away and saying it's someone else's fault, you're powerless. And a lot of people would like to keep you powerless and keep you looking on the without, and they would say, this is a bunch of crock or whatever. But see, that continues to allow them to have your power as long as you're giving it away to someone else. So somebody asked, was this pre-recorded? This is not pre-recorded. This is actually a live talk. So I'm here. So as you give your power away, you're going to find yourself feeling powerless. But when you can begin to think your next thought, Mr. Lindenwolf asked the question, can you think your next thought? And then the person will say, oh, yeah, of course, I can think my next thought. He says, great, then don't stop. You're empowered as you begin to think your next thought purposely, and you start directing your thoughts, your day, according to what it is that you want to create. So say that it's a loving relationship. Then you begin first and foremost sending out love. You begin loving yourself, but you begin also loving others. What's going to happen is you're going to become a magnet for love. People are going to see this person is loving and I'm attracted to their personality. How many times have we seen people that may not have been physically attractive, but their partner was like this bombshell or this very handsome person, and we're like, how did that happen? That person exuded love, energy, life force. And I've seen people that weren't physically attractive, but they were beautiful. I've seen people who were physically attractive, but very ugly. So all of this is energy that we're putting out. So the question is, as a creator, what energy are you putting out there? As you begin to be mindful of the energy that you're transmitting, you will begin to attract into your life more like that. So for example, let's say abundance. If you want more money, then the key is begin to send out energy of abundance. And that's really coming from a place of gratitude. As you have an attitude of gratitude, what happens is you attract more into your life of that thing, and you begin seeing yourself being prosperous. Look at, a lot of times we look at our inventory and we look at it solely based off of dollars and cents. But a person can come into, let's say, the United States without a penny in their pocket, but they can have a multi-million-dollar ideal. They take that multi-million-dollar ideal and they begin partnering with other people, and they turn that multi-million-dollar ideal into a multi-billion-dollar ideal. Now, the first thing that it was, first and foremost, was an ideal. The most valuable thing that you have besides your time is your ideals. And when you begin to implement on those ideals, those are the things that will make you rich. Many of you have ideals that you've set on for years, and you haven't moved forward in those ideals. So in setting on those ideals, you're setting on your treasure. Kind of goes back to the parable where the business person had given talents to 3 of his employees and told them, okay, I'm going to go away on a trip for a while, but I'll be back and let's see what you've done with the talents. And so, 2 of the business associates basically brought in, as it were, a profit from what it was that they were thinking. But then the 3rd one said, well, listen, I knew that you were a harsh master, and, I went and buried my treasure. Everybody has a treasure. Everybody has a gift. Now, the thing is sometimes having somebody come along and partner with you to kind of show you what those things are. Sometimes we're too close to them. There's things that I've done, for the last 20, 25 years working in corporate America, and those things are very valuable. But the problem was early on, I was so close to those things that I couldn't see them. Writing books, putting courses together. This was what I was paid to do. And these talents are literally multi-million-dollar talents. I've seen speakers and presenters take these talents and they've turned them into sometimes even a billion-dollar business. Tony Robbins has come very close with just coaching and using the programs that he's known over the last 30 years to create at least $1 billion in earnings. So what am I saying? You have gifts and talents that you may not be aware of. And it may take you talking to someone and discovering those things and then begin acting on them. A gift or a talent buried, not used, not blessing other people is useless. And you don't want that gift to die with you. You want that gift to actually bless the world. You know, when I speak, when I do what I see what I do as touching generations to come. I don't see myself just speaking to, per se, right now at this moment, the YouTube audience. I see myself speaking to people for generations to come. See what it is that you're doing as impacting the world. See what it is that you're doing as making a difference. See what it is that you're doing as something that's valuable. When you begin seeing it as valuable, others will also begin to see it as valuable. And what's going to happen is you're going to start creating value. Say that the thing that you're looking at is better health. Listen, a body not in motion is dying. So if your health isn't great, find a way to get up and get out. Even if it's just getting outside and sitting in the sun for a moment, you have to keep that body in motion. If you don't keep that body in motion, what we're telling body at that moment is that it's okay to rest, or we call dying, you know. So you have to begin finding a way to get active and doing something. And a lot of times, you know, no matter what it is that we're going through, if we can find ourselves being a blessing to someone else, if we can find ourselves impacting the lives of somebody else, that helps to rejuvenate us. That helps to build us up as we begin, as it were, being a life builder. So when we're talking about the law of love, we're talking about the law of vibrational equivalency. All of this is just to say is that whatever it is that you desire, you know, I did one recently on why you don't get your SP, or why you won't get your SP back. Simply, the person won't get their SP back or their X back is because they're not operating from a space of vibrational equivalency. When we operate from a vibration that's opposite or less than what the other person is seeking, we act as a repellent. You know, in school, we learned something about magnets, and you found that if you had two magnets and they were in agreement, you had the same, they would attract one another. But if you flip that magnet or and you pushed it toward it, it will repel. We're energy systems, as I stated earlier. You're either attracting into your life what it is that you desire, or you're repelling it. If you want more money, then you have to start by feeling abundance, and that starts from a place of gratitude. If you want better health, then you have to start from a place of feeling healthier, even if it's just a little bit better. You know, I'm able to get out of the bed today. You know, the air smells good. You know, the sun feels good on my skin. Find something that you can find agreement with. Just a baby step, moving towards the direction of better health. Say that it's more money. And I'm going to talk about this in another one, but go out and purchase a lottery ticket. It doesn't even matter if the lottery ticket is going to be a winner, but imagine that that ticket is a winning lottery ticket. You know, hold on to it, and, you know, just don't even cash it. Don't even look at the numbers for a couple of days. Just see yourself as having the winning lottery ticket, and watch how abundant that will make you feel. And think about the things that you can do with that money that you're going to have from that winning lottery ticket. You know, in the best case scenario from that is, if you're acting as if you have the winning lottery ticket, you may just find that you have the winning lottery ticket. So these are things that we can do to feel healthier, more love, more abundant. Each is given to you, but you have to make sure that you're operating from the law of vibrational equivalency. If you're not, it says, how can two walk together unless there's an agreement? You have to be in agreement with what it is that you're seeking to manifest. If you're not, you're going to repel it. And no matter what all the teachers that you're going to go to, no matter what they say to you, if they don't get you to become a vibrational match for that thing that you're desiring to manifest in your life, it's not going to happen. And as I stated, even in talking about relationship, even if it happens for a short period of time, your vibrational match is going to be a mismatch, and that person is going to be repelled, or you're going to be repelled by that person. This is Coach DeCarlo saying this, that only you can create your perfect world, not God or man. Only you can create your perfect world. And if you're looking for coaching, go to Coach DeCarlo 1 at gmail.com. Again, Coach DeCarlo1 at gmail.com, and say, Coach, I'm interested. Listen, I'm not going to blow any hoopla. I'm not going to promise you things that you can't. You can manifest anything you desire, but you have to be in vibrational match. If you're not, you're going to repel the things that you're trying to attract. This is Coach DeCarlo saying have a great and abundant day.